Hey everybody, just getting some serious work done here. Watching a fat cat trying to get out of a bathtub. Looks like he gave up. Okay, a lot of stuff in the last week's been added to the site. Welcome to the ReTechulous strategy session. If you have anything you want to talk about, go ahead. We're kind of moving in 1,000 different directions the last week or two. I realize that. But the most exciting thing probably is that we've got the CRM up and running, and people are now, the new squeeze page functionality is working really well. Um, and we're building pages on it, and they're converting, which is always good news. The few tests that I have out there are generating leads, so that's good to know. So guys, the CRM, of course, if you haven't noticed, is under Toolbox CRM. If you go to that, you can just click, and then there's a one-click login. I know we've started every session with this the last few weeks, but I just want to reiterate it. And then you click here, and you can log straight in. If you have any problems, ask Mike in support. And then I want to show you the squeeze page thing. We have some videos of demos, but I just want to show you how it works really quick. So I can't actually get in from the CRM, from the site. So I have this admin login to Realtiva. Okay, I'm just going to walk through. Let's build one of our basic foreclosure pages live here, if that's all right with everybody. Mike, can you just confirm you can hear me and that everybody else can hear me? And I'll go ahead and build a squeeze page. If we go to options, squeeze pages, I can give it a simple form name, is going to be foreclosure squeeze. Let's build Sean. I'm in Philadelphia today. Let's build cousin Sean a foreclosure squeeze page. Fishtown squeeze page. Okay, our lead source, we'll do FB ads. You can do whatever you want. Free weekly list of foreclosures in Fishtown. See the listings now. See the list now. My align. Okay, I'm just sizing up the, doing different sizes on the actual form input fields there. And then drip campaign, I don't have one built. We'll go back and build it, so I'll just pick a random one now. You're going to link this up to an existing drip campaign through email marketing. Very easy to do. And then our footer messages, we can actually put in really cool stuff, guys. We can embed our social proof for our Facebook like box, right? So if I want to just embed and show 40,000 likes, I go Facebook like button. I'm going to Google that. The first thing that pops up is the Facebook like button. And then I'm going to go facebook.com/real estate lead generation. I'm just going to pull in our fan page. You would pull in your own fan page. I'm going to click get code. And then if I grab the iframe version, I can actually post that directly into the footer of our forms. I'm going to center the submit button. I'm going to redirect after submit. You're going to want to link to where you have your foreclosure listings. Okay, I happen to know what this would be here. And then you can set a background URL. This is really cool stuff. I'm going to save it for now. And then keep in mind, guys, you need to add some fields. I'm going to add just the email. Best email. That's the placeholder. I'm going to click add item. And now I can view this. Free week list of foreclosures in Fishtown. Makes a nice looking page, right? And this is all going to be tied up to our back-end drip campaign all in one nice little house. Now for the background URL, we've had a few questions. It's a little less intuitive than usual, but it will take what we can get. We can't directly upload an image here. We have to put a URL for an image. So I wanted to show you guys live how this is done, so you know how. I'm going to go first figure out what picture to use. So I'm going to go images.google. Let's find a fixer upper house, like an interior shot of a really torn up house, if we can find one. Of course, you can pick the map of the area. You could pick, here's one that might work. You can view the map of the area, do whatever you want. I'm going to grab this. Okay, that's kind of a fun image. And then try to use something you own. I'm using this from Google Images as an example, but try to use a listing that you own, or a shot of the area you're in that you actually have rights to. I'm going to save this to my computer. And then we have the document uploader within the members area. You can use that to generate a URL for any image. Of course, you can use any other image uploading platforms. You can post it to your Facebook account and then copy the image URL, do anything you want. I'm just going to show you how to use our document uploader under Toolbox here to do this. So like this. Fixer upper. Who do I want to send it to? Myself. And then we have a nice link that we can embed. So instead of having a white background in our form, we can now make a nice, interesting background. Like so. Pretty cool, right? And then you have your link up here. You can do a custom domain to it and do anything you want. Setting up the drip campaign for this is really simple stuff. You just go to email marketing. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's going to be over here. You can do add new campaign, Fishtown foreclosures, gmail.com, campaign type, drip campaign, form capture. And then I can start adding list, link, right? Just like so. Now remember, if you go to options and then settings, you can set your signature at any time. Guys, I'm moving really fast because we have some case studies on the site already for this, and I don't want to bore everybody to tears. But there's my, my first one, and then I can repeat this by clicking copy. Right, and just do say day 7, day 14, and basically without an IDX, you just keep sending back the same link to the foreclosure results. If you need to use RealBird, if you're in Canada, it's a little more complicated, I realize, but you can easily generate a link by using the document link uploader. You can use that feature the same exact way with a list of foreclosures and just upload it just update it every week in your squeeze form. The after opt link. So, if we go here, we go back to our squeeze pages, all we need to do is go pick that one and then just change the after opt link, which is right here, from time to time. So yeah, this is all what we're doing, Chris, is we're linking it. We're trying to bring everything in-house under one platform. And then the guys for the CRM, the developers, are also going to tie this into GetResponse for mass emailing so that there's a bi-directional sync. You guys don't have to give up your existing funnels or move them over here if you have something that's working. But this CRM actually does more than just the squeeze page stuff. It's a proper, calendaring, task plans. So like when you get a new listing and you want to trigger a task plan, this can do that. Like right here, if I go to my settings, templates, marketing plans, this was under my settings, marketing plans, and then I can do add plan, conveyancing, listing servicing, which is really why I want to be working on this month, but we're not getting to it. I'll explain more in a minute. And then we can do our task name, day 0, install sign, day 0, whatever, add task. Oops. I think I just bugged it out because I named it the same as an earlier test. And you can set that off and then assign contact and a new listing to that. We're going to get into that stuff. It's all the stuff that like top producer typically would do, you know. No extra. We're white labeling Retargeting. It's included for members. All you have to do is go to the CRM page in our toolbox right here. And it's a single sign-on. As long as you can access this page as a member, you can then log in to your account from here. Okay, so that's that, guys. Feel free to ask any questions. We have a ton of great content like going on in the group. I'm just going to go through all the stuff that's going on and take your questions in between. It's almost like coming too fast, you know. There's too much info right now, and it's because a lot of the members, a lot of you guys are just really posting some really great provocative stuff and bringing up some great ideas. So here. Here this morning, I posted basically what I just did for the seller leads. Here's Lance. He posts this link had an extra period at the end. That's probably why it died on me. There we go. Lance used a great photo of a house down in Orlando. Makes you want to be there. He took our seller squeeze as I instructed and basically just did it all in one step. The system will allow you to do it in one step. Right? Oh, and the most important thing I wanted to bring up, guys, is that for everybody who's always asking, can we add phone numbers? Can we do this and do that? You have total freedom to add extra fields to this stuff. Great, you'll start getting a listing soon. And then, boom, very nicely done, Lance. He used our URL. It redirected over to his site. He followed the tutorial, and now people are landing in his site. Weekly update of Davenport homes for sale. Really cool. And he's showing the current list of stuff for sale, and then he's going to send them the list, the list of properties. He's going to use the auto email that we recommend. Dutch, I'd love to get you if you're on right now. I'd love to get Dutch on a call, and it'll probably be separate or record a call with him. There's an article here about what to do when you're getting your partners to pay for part of this stuff, your ads. And I think we should have a whole session. Maybe Dutch and I will talk, and record an interview just about how he goes about doing that, getting mortgage people to help you pay, or the other way, real estate agents and mortgage people to be RESPA compliant about sharing advertising costs. There's an article there. Does your CRM, just a quick question, at this point, it does not integrate with GetResponse, but it's probably a week away. It's really close, and there are some tricks. I would just say wait. If you're thinking about trying, if you're worried about the GetResponse integration, it's coming very soon. And if you want, you can always import from GetResponse, into this. There's an import functionality. Daniel, Josh has left ReTechulous. I left and then came back. He's left, but he's still around. You can email him, say hi. But you probably won't see him on these sessions. Nice thread here about sending follow-up to people who opt in. Guys, if you can, I don't know how many people are, but if you can, just poke in on the group like once a week, if you're not regularly doing that. This conversation about custom audiences is great. And there's a great, it's a really fun thread about Dr. Ben Atkins, some thoughts about what's going on in the custom audience landscape. Yeah, Dr. Ben gets my money too, Paul, all the time. So, but there's some good content here. And I think somebody dropped a really nice link to a little video about what's going on, an interview with Dr. Ben about what's going on with custom audiences in Facebook. That was Ron Tager. Thank you. Josh ran off with a troop of, he's a porn star now. It was really interesting. He I don't know how he got into it. He just said bye to the wife and kids, and now he's falling in with the Triple X crowd. No, I'm kidding, Daniel. He's fine. He's in the same spot he is. He's pursuing other interests. You guys probably know what he's doing. You see his emails, but he's having fun with that business. So, and he and I are still really good friends. So it's all good. Let's see. I'm just trying to remember everything we had here. Over the past week, we talked a little bit about listing ideas, and there's been a section added to the website for it's called Leading with Listings. And with the CRM stuff, this is sort of getting tabled a little bit, but this is high priority for me to add more stuff here. There is a new document here you guys could use under Listing Getting Resources, and there's a Google Doc that I wrote over the weekend. 5 rarely used, highly effective ways to get more buyers looking at your property for sale. And this isn't meant to sort of be something you can either mail out with direct mail, or maybe send to FSBOs through Craigslist, mail to expireds, or just stick it in there in your listing presentation. When you go on your listing appointment, just talk about the elements here that you're willing to do. Facebook ads, we all know about. Single property Google, Bing, and pay-per-click ads. The YouTube pre-roll. I kind of snuck that in there prematurely. I've never done that myself. I need to learn how. The same with the better consistent Craigslist ads, and then Twitter advertising. We can poke in and sort of play with. That's available to everybody now, and it works a lot like Facebook ads, where you can promote an individual tweet or an account. And I think there's a powerful, just in terms of blowing away a prospective listing client, there's something to be said for just creating a Twitter account for the property and running a quick little ad that gets people to follow the Twitter account. You can geo-target that. So if you have an account like 123 Main Street and you want to show it to everybody in a certain zip code or city, you can do that. So basically, you guys can swipe this report, just copy it basically into your own Google Doc, just like I'm doing, highlight it all, and then edit it to your heart's content. It should copy and paste really nicely into another Google Doc. So great question, Bob. Bob's asking, does the squeeze page have a 2-step process where I can get basic info and ask for more on the second step? It doesn't pass the data, so you're going to have to ask for the email again. But the way to do that is to just create 2 forms and chain them together. So you make the first form, maybe just email, and then on the second form, you can have like a video. And I wanted to do this today, I forgot, where you do a YouTube video up top. Thank you for opting in. Hey, if you want to be a VIP buyer, and you can create your own VIP buyer form. And that might be a nice thing to demo right now if everybody's interested. I can actually do that right here. Show you how to do that. I'm still here. My screen might have frozen for a minute. So I'll show you that example. There's a quick question about do we need Top Producer if we use your CRM? I haven't logged into Top Producer in a while, so I'm sure there's things Top Producer can do that ours can't. But it's similar. It's similar in concept. This CRM probably does most of what you would practically use Top Producer for. So, take a look and decide. Log in and check it out and poke around. Let me go to Video Manager. Here's a really bad demo video. I have this thank you video that I did in my dungeon the other day on a demo.
Okay, Ryan here.
Okay, and we'll take that. I'm going to take the embed code and kind of hold on to it. I have the old. And then I'm going to show you how to build a thank you page in our CRM. So I'm going to make Sean doesn't know this. I'm sitting in his living room. I'm going to make him record this for this funnel we just built. We'll record his set. We'll pop his video back in here. But for now, let's go build another squeeze page. This is Fishtown foreclosure after opt. Not so important. Thanks. Your list is on its way by email. It's a great way to get somebody to actually go check their email and open it, right? And then it's going to be, yes, become a VIP buyer. center, form owner. Just picking this stuff. Drip campaign, I don't need to really set one because they're going to be on the existing drip campaign. I'm building this thank you. If I wanted to, I could put them on. I can now put them on a second drip campaign when they fill this out. I already anticipate the question coming. I don't think it'll stop the existing, so there's a little bit of managing the contact that you might want to do there, but that's fine. And then no footer message, I'm going to leave that blank. I'm not going to redirect after submit. And I'm not even going to do a background on this. I'm not going to go too crazy. Hit save. Now, what I can do is I can embed my YouTube video. Let's try and see what happens if I embed it in the headline. From what the guys tell me, this is possible. Email. I got to add my fields. Phone. How many bedrooms? You know, price range low. Price range high. And then we'll just do one more notes. What features are you most looking for in a property? So basically make any fields you want, and I'll view this page. There you go. And it worked. Pretty cool, huh? I just popped the embed code right after my main headline text. We now have a video right there. We have a form underneath. And the video, you know, we've talked about this. It would be, hey, thanks for requesting the list. It's on its way. Hey, if you're hot to buy and you're looking for a good deal in the area, you know, I have really intimate knowledge of the area. I've been at this a while. You can talk briefly about yourself and just say, if you want, I can do a hand-picked search for you. Just tell me what you might be looking for below, and it might say become Ryan's VIP buyer, but they get to see you right here. Martin Tippett's doing a great job of this. You know, he's a member. He's got a really nice video after people opt in, and it's really powerful stuff. I mean, even if the person doesn't reach out right away and want to work with you, in the future, they're going to feel more comfortable reaching out to you. You know, we kind of go on this soapbox speech every week, but I really like this stuff. Jim, you're probably not going to need get response with our new CRM. The only limitation we have as of right today is that you can't mass broadcast email everybody in our CRM. But I am persistently working on ways around that. The get response integration is the one way we can accomplish that, right? For people who do want a mass email, you'll still be able to take those contacts and send them a one-time broadcast. But we're going to look at other ways, such as maybe just inputting some custom SMTP and mass emailing straight from the system. There are just some, there are just some spam concerns there with managing the email that we're going to get past, hopefully here soon. But yeah, this is really cool, right? So the form right here for our thank you, the final step is basically just go tie it to the other form. Here's our after, here's our first. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to swap out this after opt. Before we were just going to show them the list. Now we're getting a little more fancy and showing them a video. Update that. You squeeze. Okay, if I opt in, boom. And then you can autoplay this, guys. It's and just Google how, but it's basically and autoplay equals 1 at the end in the embed code here. So I could just have started talking right there. Cool. Yeah. Thanks, Jim. Guys, Jim, I know you have other businesses you're involved in. The cool thing here, I think the guys who've built Realtiva, they've been very strategic, and I love it. I'm thinking of using this for other businesses because, it's not just a real estate CRM, so to speak. You could use this for anything. Build any type of squeeze page you want. Build your drip campaign and have multiple campaigns going all out of one dashboard. Nothing's stopping you, So just a thought there for people who have other stuff going on. Great. Thanks for the nice feedback, guys. Mike Kemper, I didn't even know you were here. You're usually heckling the heck out of me. I can't believe you kept quiet that long. All right. So it looks like, I don't think any of this is too complicated. Mike Smith, tell me, bro-in-law, I mean, has support been bad on this, or what are there any common issues that people are running into with the early usage? As always, just use support, but this is pretty easy to use, I think. I really love the ability to just, part of the difficulty with Get Response is it's really tedious to create multi-week campaigns, but if I have like my York, PA high-end homes here, if I go edit this campaign, by the way, this did fine. I talked to 3 people by email off of a $20 spend, over 300. It worked great. But I can just copy this, this series and keep resending by just clicking copy. I'm at day 60, 67, keep resending the same email. You can set up a campaign for a year in like 15 minutes and go into a new niche and test stuff out really quick. So yeah, I'm loving it. The VIP application is the second step. I would, not the third, I would replace that with actually showing them the list. I think it's fair to do. And if you want to, you can actually put it in the footer. There's a lot of flexibility here. I could have said, become a VIP buyer, and I could have said, no thanks, just show me the foreclosure list. And I could have put a hyperlink down here, right? Kind of like a standard upsell, like when you buy a product and then you see the video right after. Our upsell, since we're providing a service, we're not really selling a product right now. Our upsell is, hey, work with me. Or, hey, a great thing, hey, guys, I actually have access to a bank-owned pre-list, and you can whisper. It'd be really funny. Hey, shh. You can have a little fun with it after. I don't know if I should be telling, I should be telling you this, but I have a secret list of bank owns. They're not on the market. I can only give it to people I'm actually working with, and I need your full contact info, and you could have a little fun with that and see if you can pry it out of them that way. Just use your, let your imagination run wild. You could also show yourself touring a property in a foreclosure example, and just say, hey, enter your email below, your phone number and email below if you want to be texted next time I'm doing a bank-owned open house, or something like that, and just show that. Sorry that the screen keeps freezing for some people. It's just I'm on a slower computer today on a laptop, so that might be why. And GoToWebinar naturally does that sometimes. Yeah, we're still here, Chris. Sorry for everybody else if it's freezing, but that's it. Does anybody else have any other comments or thoughts about all this? I did promise, I'm forgetting now, to talk a little bit about retargeting. And this is good timing as well. I don't know that in the past with our canned squeeze pages, you guys had a lot of flexibility, and we didn't bring it up that often. But you didn't have a lot of flexibility to use conversions, not Facebook's conversion tracking stuff. They have a lot of cool features in the ad platform where you could drop a conversion pixel and see how things are converting. And you can also build a retargeting list, a remarketing list based on people hitting your site. So I just wanted to show, I'm going to be completely honest, I've never done this myself, but I have a vague idea about how to do it. If you want to remarket to everybody hitting this offer, you can create a pixel and create an advertising list. I'm going to go just use Michelle's account here. I can go over to audiences on the left side. And I believe, I might fumble around. Look, it says custom audience from your website. Remarketing is a tactic for identifying people who took a specific action on your website. This is one of the most successful forms of finding users who have expressed an interest A custom audience pixel tracks the behavior of people on your website and saves that information to use for targeting your ads. I've read and I understand, and I want to create my pixel. Pretty sure that if we take this and we pop it on our squeeze pages, we can now start to build an audience of people. So this would be Fishtown foreclosure squeeze, right? Create and hit OK. And now I can go back and drop this retargeting pixel in to that actual squeeze page. And you could also put this, the other example, just put it on your blog wherever you're driving traffic. So here, he expanded out. You have a limit of 1,000 characters down here. That's my only concern, and we'll know if it doesn't save. It did, so we had plenty. We have up to 1,000 characters. It'll take the pixel as long as there's not too much other stuff up here. And now anybody who hits this page is going to be added to a retargeting list. And when we create our audiences, we're getting really geeky here, guys, but when we create our ads, we can now create specific ads for that group of people. And that's the remarketing. That's what people were asking about. Thanks, Joe. So I'll just run a quick ad to show you how we might do that. Ads/manage. There's not going to be anybody in that list, obviously, now. But I'll show you how to pick that list. And this is the phenomenon, of course, when you're running around Facebook and you've been on a site, or you're running around Google, same thing, and then you keep seeing the same ads over and over again. We used to do it. We haven't done it much with ReTechulous. And you're like, whoa, these guys are everywhere. They're awesome. And subconsciously, you're like, this is amazing. That's what we're talking about here. This is how you get to just follow people around. So if I did page post engagement, search MPA. I'm just running any old ad here. I'm promoting a post. And then right here, you choose the custom audience. Search MPA leads audience. It's going to say nobody. Oh, wait. That's a different one. Sorry. Picked the wrong one. Fishtown foreclosure squeeze. That should say none. Let me get rid of this one. Oh, also, I never finished this idea. I created a custom audience of 1 for Josh, and I think this is the sort of thing Facebook's clamping down on. But I was dying to put a picture of Pam, his wife, and be like, Josh, Pam wants you to clean the room, and running an ad to just one person. So you could make custom audiences just one person right there. And then we would choose that as a custom audience, and we'd run that ad to keep following them around. Cool? That's the kind of stuff Facebook does not want you to do. Retargeting and remarketing the people who hit your website, they absolutely want you to do that. That's a very good, sound marketing technique, and if you're a bigger broker and you own a brokerage with a lot of people, and you want to seem bigger than you are, maybe you've only got 3 agents right now, but you want to sort of be able to recruit, and seem to have a presence and more signs in the ground without actually having signs in the ground. It's a great way to go. Okay, guys. Well, I'm kind of in a hurry to go drink some beers today. So is there anything else you need from me? Or any other questions about this stuff? Anything we missed? Thanks, Mark. Yeah. Yep, fly on out, Jim. Um, Chris, guys, I think the best way, the kids are gone. I left for today. Yeah, Mark, I actually left them. Uh, the wife gave me a day off. Um, the best place to start with anybody who's new with all this, is really, I think is really just to hammer down one of the quick funnels, external to the CRM. Because we've seen so many members have some success with just the concepts in the quick funnels. Either the seller page or the buyer page. Um, quick lead systems right here. They're kind of like our can squeeze out of the box for buyers and sellers. And then as you want to build more, um, customized and complex funnels, the stuff we talked about today is where to go. It's not hard. Go build a form and tie it to a drip campaign. Start clicking around. And guys, I didn't know how to use this thing at all 2 weeks ago. Before we launched it. So it's really just a lot of times a matter of point and click. As long as you understand the overarching methodology, which is to build a capture page, get some traffic with a Facebook ad or something to it, and then follow up. With the built-in, now we have built-in drip campaigns. You can build a funnel on some level that's going to serve you, and it'll be on autopilot. Oh yeah, Mike, great question. I don't know that this is a bug or what. It's a little inconvenient, but basically you have to delete the field and do it again. So if you add a field that you want to like rename when you're adding the fields, you kind of just have to delete it and do it again. But it's not that much of a hassle. You can slide them up and down. You know, um, like here, see the arrows? So if I wanted to move this up, it moves really quick. Okay, well, thanks everybody for being on today. We'll get the recording in the members area. Um, Again, just lots of content coming as usual, and anything you guys need. I think we're gonna start to have some guests. We might be doing more sessions, maybe not with me. There's some of you guys. If anybody here has anything you think you have unique to offer and you want to do one of these sessions, either with me or maybe on your own, I really don't care if it's good content and you have something to pitch. Even Jim, I know you do some interesting stuff, and it's relevant to entrepreneurship or real estate. Please let me know. It's good content for everybody, and we can just schedule it up and get you in the calendar. Um, Thanks, Daniel. No, we don't have access. Everybody doesn't have lead pages, um, Chris. This is kind of replacing it, I think. I mean, lead pages does a lot of great stuff, but once you get to that point, you know, I think it'll be a long time before you actually need lead pages. If you just use this stuff. Yeah, Brian. Yep, the old forms will all still work. Our old squeeze maker's still in there. I've been pleasantly surprised that the guys who developed the CRM were so willing to so very quickly kind of adapt to our needs, and they have. In the last 2 weeks, they've really uh, kind of impressed us. We can build almost anything we could do with our old squeeze builder. We can definitely do here now, and tie it to the drip campaign. Brian, you don't have to use the old forms. I think you may want to redirect those URLs to new ones. So for anybody who wants to replace your old forms, just to keep everything in the same spot and feed this database, it's as simple as you're probably using some kind of shortened URL, custom URL. It's as simple as just redirecting where that goes. You don't even have to change the existing traffic you have coming. You're just going to change your short link out. We don't know official. Good question, Daniel. We don't know official deliverability measurements, but I kind of, on the one hand, was frustrated that these guys weren't allowing mass emailing out of the box, but I understand why, and I think that because the only way to really get somebody into a campaign is through an opt-in form or through manually triggering campaigns, the deliverability should be pretty good here. If we run into issues, I think there's a good case for that's part of the reason why I would like to have custom SMTP. So, it'd be nice if we could just come in here and say mass email everybody who filled out this form, but it would be on us to go to sendgrid.com or Mailjet or something and buy a little $5 account and have our own SMTP, so that it's not on the deliverability of the rest of the users. Yeah, get response is getting worse and worse. All of the big guys are, it's hard for them. They've got so many different users. How are they going to keep, how can they keep their reputation clean? Gmail is putting everybody in those little social promotion tabs. That's not going to happen here. This is a small environment. You know what I mean? We're not on Gmail's radar to put us in the promo tabs, I think. So. SendGrid's not, yeah, SendGrid might be a little expensive. I really liked, we used to deliver our lead notifies SMTP to go. But really, guys, we'll have this conversation later if it becomes necessary. But SMTP to go had really reasonable pricing. And most of these guys have free accounts. Like 2,000 emails a month was $5. And you're going to get better deliverability with something like that than a get response. Chris, we don't really have much for mobile marketing right now. Do you mean like text this number to get a response? I agree. We kind of been overlooking that. We used to have it way back in the day, in the first year or so when we started this ReTechulous, and we've kind of gotten away from it. A lot of people weren't using it, but yeah, I'm actually jotting down a note. I think we should have some kind of text-based IVR, right? Where text this to get this. It's definitely kind of overdue here. I think Realbird has some of that going on in their platform where you can buy it. And there are a lot of third-party solutions, but it would be nice if we built an app for it. I agree. MailChimp, we're going to integrate with them as well and get response first, then MailChimp, so that any leads that come into our CRM will be pushed to MailChimp if you want them to be. Yep. Yeah, a lot of clients do want to be texted. There are some ways around that. You can just say, hey, text me. Like that second step where we did the video, that could have been, hey, my cell number is below, right? Or text me and just show them the video, or just send them to a actual YouTube video where you're telling them what number to text with an annotation. But yeah, Daniel's kind of a geek, right? Daniel, like a tech geek. Twilio, I know Twilio is, if we were going to build an app, that's what we would use. They're the big one right now, and I think that's what Realbird uses. So it's really just a matter of me kind of focusing on it for a week or two and maybe seeing if we can build something here. Am I hearing you guys say that you'd love to see text this to this? Like you would text a code and then you would just get a URL in response. That's the best use I can think of. Oh, Bob, that's a good. Yeah, I'll look into the texting. I'll talk to the developers of this CRM, see where they are. You can import your database of cell numbers into this if you need to, Chris. Yeah, Paul would like it. Okay. Yeah, well, let's build this in-house. I mean, we're doing everything else, now with get response marketing. I think that's definitely the next frontier. We're actually kind of have dropped the ball by not having it sooner. So we'll either build it natively into this CRM or figure out a way to build an app with Twilio that just feeds this CRM, so that it would push people through. Okay, guys, gonna run. Just feel free to use support or the Facebook group. Daniel, that'd be great. If you want to send me an email, Ryan at ReTechulous, about that contact, that'd be great. Go drink. Okay. All right. Ryan at ReTechulous.com. Okay. Thanks, everybody. See you later.